If I get this right, what will you give me, $1?
Sure.
I've been practicing. Not for this moment, just in life. And I think I'm going to get it wrong, and you're probably like, what is he even talking about? Let's just see what I can get. Ready? For some reason, I almost started saying, I come and I go. That's the wrong song. It's going to start by saying, I got to find it, and then I'll go. I got to find it, and then I'll go. It is, I might have short-term memory loss, because I memorized it last night. It's, just give me the first word.
Now he's thinking about...
Okay. Yeah, so it's, now he's thinking about me every night, oh, baby that... Nope. Now he's thinking about me every night, oh, baby, it's... Now he's thinking about me every night, oh, isn't that weird, I guess so?
Sweet.
Isn't that sweet, I guess so? I don't know the rest, though. I forget the rest. Something
Say you
about
can't sleep, baby,
That's it.
I know.
Yeah, that's it.
That's that me espresso.
That's it. Yeah. It's a pretty good song.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
It's been stuck in my head, and I'm trying to learn it. It's going to take me a while, but I'll get it eventually. For some reason, it's like a tongue twister for me. Mentally, I can't get the second part, no matter how hard I try.
Aw. Poor Chris.
I'm going to try one last time.
All right, go for it.
I already forgot it.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso.
Yeah, I'll get it one day. Oh, man.
Funny. How you been?
I'm good. And you?
We're in our old chairs. We've moved the chairs backwards.
We are. Not a fan of the set, but we move.
Why?
I like the other one better.
We've been doing this one though for like
Yeah,
months.
I guess. Yeah,
We've been doing so good with it for months.
Oh, it's fine. It has nothing to do with
Is it just because you
my
like
mood or
having a
anything.
table in front of you?
Yeah, I think so. I just, yeah. It's
Do you want to put this little desk in front of you?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Do what you would normally do with a desk in
That's
front of you.
a quote from a movie. But I do agree. I actually don't know what to do with my hands. We're fine. We're fine. How are you?
I'm good.
I like how I'm speaking as if I'm multiple people. I might be inside my brain. Who knows sometimes. But, yeah, I mean, what's going on? What are we talking about?
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah. We saw Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 in theaters because Spider Mondays are a thing. And originally it was just Monday. But now it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I feel like going on Monday is cooler. I feel like them handing out mini posters is only going to happen on Monday.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's only, on the posters, it just says one day only, and it has the date on it.
Really?
Yep.
The posters we got for Spider-Man 2?
Yep.
Or the poster we posed next to?
The poster, both.
Really?
Yes. The poster we got says April 22nd.
On the back?
On the bottom. On the bottom. Dead center at the bottom.
Throwing me off. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And that's just because it's the re-release poster, obviously. But, yeah, Spider Mondays, they're re-releasing every Spider-Man live-action film. Started April 15th and is going to like June 3rd or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think we talked about Spider-Man in theaters last week a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe we did.
Because I was talking about how...
I don't know. I don't remember.
I was talking about how I just watched TASM.
Yeah, sure.
2.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing my Emma Stone rewatch. But yesterday we watched Spider-Man 2 in theaters. You're the Raimi trilogy guy, so how is it for you? You can start first.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I honestly don't know if we did talk about it, because if the episode came out Wednesday, did we film on Sunday or Monday? That's the real kicker. I think we filmed before. We filmed in the day before we went.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So talk about both of them. Let's just talk about both of them regardless. Okay. Spider-Man 1 in theaters, great. It's my favorite Spider-Man film some days. No Way Home's up there as well, and then you've got, this movie, Spider-Man 2, I'm about to talk about. But Spider-Man 1 in theaters was awesome. I think it's just more electric seeing the Raimi movies in a crowd because there's so many memeable moments and like unintentionally hilarious moments, and seeing the crowd react to it is great. For the second film, the same thing applies. Pizza Time, you got Doc Ock in the picture. I just am happy I finally get to see him in theaters because I was watching these movies on DVD as a youngin'. My neighbor had them on DVD. And then I eventually got them. They had them for $5 a piece at Target, and I got them.
You're just so precious.
The trilogy on DVD, $15 for the trilogy. That's a pretty good deal back then. But I watched them, on DVD for the first time when I was, we'll say I was 7, 8, 9, in that range. Probably 8 or 9. Because I couldn't see Spider-Man 1 in theaters. I was 3.
That's so precious.
I was like 2 or 3, and then I was 4, 5, 6 when the next one
You
came
were
out.
3.
I was 3. Yeah.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Talking about the first one at least, and also the second one. But I'm not a Raimi trilogy girly, if you will. But it's been really fun to watch it in an audience and like see what parts of the movie make people laugh, and like I don't know, just the audience experience. It has enhanced these movies a lot for me personally, which I wasn't necessarily expecting it to do, and I am having a great time knowing that it is. I still hate MJ, unfortunately.
I do too.
The movie theater experience is not making me like her any more than I already did. But it's fun to like laugh with the movie instead of at it, which I normally am laughing at it, and not in a derogatory way. I still like the Raimi Spider-Man movies. Don't get me wrong. It's just like a little bit more fun. You know what I mean? Like they don't feel as corny in the movie theater in a way.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think that just adds to the charm of them all.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be like cheesy, super comic booky.
Yeah.
Like the Sam Raimi zoom ins. Like that's like a staple of the
He loves
trilogy.
zooming in on people's faces.
Yeah, and that adds to the fact it feels like a comic book has been put on the big screen, which I appreciate a lot.
Yeah.
So it never bothered me. The acting, it does at times, but not really. Actually, it doesn't bother me. I'll be real. It's never bothered me because I've always thought Peter Parker growing up is supposed to be this nerdy, like not a loser, but kind of. Like
well, it's funny.
Like he's not supposed to be. Peter Parker is not supposed to be like well-spoken, cool dude. He's a nerd.
For sure. I also I don't think like Tobey Maguire's acting is not necessarily the only thing that he's like not on the top of the list of like actors where I'm like, yeah.
Who is?
Top of that list is Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
And you know that for sure. 100%.
MJ's questionable for sure. Yeah. It's like cringy, like
Pete.
but then you've got, on the other hand, you've got Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina.
Peter.
Thespians, if you will. Yeah,
Pete.
I know. It's cringe.
That's my impression. That was a good impression, I think.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I do love the just random outbursts where Toby screams.
Ah! Wait, what was... Oh, yeah. At the end of Spider-Man 2,
yeah,
like him and MJ are just like smiling at each other, and all of a sudden he's like,
move! And then his facial expressions in the train, the train scene.
Very expressive with his face.
Yeah, I know.
For sure.
He cries in the third film, we see it a lot when Harry dies, when he's like,
spoilers,
doing the lip thing and everything. And then you got James Franco too being just a diva, dare I say.
Yeah.
Well, am I allowed to talk about James Franco?
Yes, 100%. I was going to say, we all know what word you want to say. It starts with a C.
Yeah.
See you next Tuesday, if you will. Something I've learned.
You learned something. There you go.
Jenna said she was shocked that I've never heard somebody say that.
Honestly, you haven't heard a lot of things. There's a lot of things in quotes.
I was sheltered.
Yeah. You were. I don't know how. But yeah. There you go. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, James Franco is serving, dare I say, in the third movie.
Yeah. He's See You Next Tuesday yesterday, if you will. I made that up.
I like when he turns around and smiles in that one shot.
I would say I'm the most excited to see Spider-Man 3 of the 3 in theaters.
Because it's the funniest,
because
probably.
It is the most memeable, the most quotable. And, I mean, we get Venom, Sandman, Bully Maguire for a prolonged period of time. It's so quotable. This
Gwen
is something
Stacy.
else. Gwen Stacy's in the picture.
Shout out Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, MJ might be her most irritating in the third movie.
She is, because it's
She's
literally like so back and forth between her
Yeah.
and Peter the whole movie, and it's like, Jesus Christ.
It's
Pick one.
Yeah, it's bad. But Sandman, I will die on the hill. You and I have kind of gone to war over this, but I think Sandman's an elite Spider-Man villain.
I find him so boring. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is rare, because normally a man who is emotional over his family will get me. You know, I just find him boring.
The score, like his theme or suite, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I get chills every time.
Maybe it's
when
the
he goes
actor.
to pick up the locket.
Who's the actor?
Thomas Hayden Church.
Is he like does he have a lot of other famous
Did you
roles?
kill him?
Yeah.
When he says that in No Way Home, that is like
Does he have
questionable.
other famous roles?
He's in the movie Sideways.
Is he like a renowned actor or anything?
He's famous, but he's not like by any means like an all-time.
Because I think it
supporting
might just
actor
be
guy.
the actor
He's fine.
that
He's
doesn't
fine.
do it for me in his storyline.
Yeah, he's just
maybe.
fine to me, like as an actor. But I think he's pretty good. And
maybe my opinion will change after next week.
And we get Eddie Brock, Topher Grace, baby.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. There's
Hanging out.
the meme of him in the church from Spider-Man 3 is something I use like weekly, honestly, in my group chats.
Peter Parker.
It's so funny. I'm excited. But I've been enjoying them a lot more on this rewatch. Oh! Every time I watch Spider-Man 2, I am delighted by my sweet little treat. And that sweet little treat is Daniel Gillies, a.k.a. Elijah Michelson. I always forget that he is in that film. And every time I'm like, ah!
Explain to those who are like, who the hell is that?
Elijah Michelson is a member of the Michelson family via the Vampire Diaries / the originals. He is my favorite, probably my favorite vampire in all of the Vampire Diaries, and my favorite Michelson.
Right over my head. I'm familiar.
The Michelson is the original.
With
the
family
Michelsons
tree.
are the original family. So like
Okay.
Klaus Michelson,
Yeah.
Elijah Michelson,
Yeah.
Rebecca, who's the blonde girl from H2O,
Mm-hmm.
and then Cole and Finn, who are just like never on screen.
I have to like live in this moment because there could be a time where I've like seen the show and I can come back to the
By
like,
this
oh,
time
I've
next
watched...
year, you're gonna know exactly
We'll
what I'm talking
see if
about.
I've watched it. We'll see. We're working our way through another one of the shows you're watching. You're not making me watch, but kind of.
But you're enjoying it.
But I'm enjoying it. That's the thing. But you know, it's One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
But I've seen like all of.
That's
like,
why it's
almost
gonna be
all
an
of
easy
like
watch
some
for
of the
you.
later seasons.
That's
so.
why it's gonna be such an easy watch for you.
Yeah, it's a very low stakes watch because I know pretty much everything that happens already.
And
like,
you're not having to
I
follow
know there's character deaths. I know
these insanely
And
intricate storylines.
it's not like Teen Wolf where I have to learn about the origins of the moon and this ancient clan of.
We were drawing the diagrams
Yeah.
and like we're like Celtic druid symbols.
This is just high school drama, baby.
Just high school drama.
Yeah, like
All you have to do is remember names. That's about
America.
it. Yeah.
Just kids in high school partying,
Low
love
stakes, which is
triangle,
good.
sort of. I mean, like, yeah. It's fun.
And
I'm enjoying it. Basketball. It's very. Yeah, I like sports movies, and it's got all that. It's got that all over it. So
Speaking of a good love triangle in a good sports movie, Challengers.
that is correct.
People are seeing Challengers this week.
We
Some
saw
people
that.
saw it.
We saw it April 1st. It was probably the earliest press screening I've ever been to.
Yeah, and I
So
haven't
much
stopped thinking
so.
about it since.
I haven't either. People were commenting, this is an April Fool's joke, right? You didn't
That's so
actually see the
funny.
movie? No, I saw the movie.
No,
Why
I
would
saw it.
I would never make a fake video. Be like, I watched this movie and I'm going to review it without having seen it. People out there do that and they're weird,
Well,
but
they're
I would not do
stupid.
that.
Those people are stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, Challengers rules.
Yeah, I haven't stopped thinking about it since we watched it.
It's my favorite movie of the year.
Same. The score is on Spotify now, which is great.
I was listening to it whilst I edited a video today. Sometimes I just like to say whilst. I don't think it's actually a word, though.
It is.
What is it used for?
Whilst.
Someone's trying to call you.
I know they are. Hang on, I'm gonna.
Who is it?
It's Jordan.
You gonna answer it?
No.
Nice. Someone tried to call me earlier, too.
No, I'm not answering that.
Yeah, so what was it? Challengers,
Is
yes.
whilst a word? Whilst during that time or at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure there's some rule, like some grammar rule when you're actually supposed to use it. I just like to use it to sound funny, to be honest with you. Yeah, Challengers Rules is my favorite movie of the year. It's the best score of the year, and I do think it's going to win the Oscar
I hope it does.
because it's best original score. Dune Part 2 will get nominated, but Dune Part 2's score, to me, is pretty much on par with the first Dune, which they already awarded the Oscar. And you got to think like them. They're going to go, oh, we already gave Dune a score award. We're going to give it to this original piece of music, which is unlike anything we've ever heard. And that's Challengers.
Mike Feist winning. Mike Feist versus Joseph Quinn for Best Supporting Actor.
Versus
Oscars.
Sebastian Stan.
No, Sebastian Stan will get Best Actor, not supporting.
If he gets nominated, yeah.
If
If any of them get nominated.
I think Sebastian has 2 good chances to get nominated this
So
year.
here's the question for you. Let's have this debate right now.
Oh, what?
I would argue,
Uh-huh.
with my full chest, mind you,
Uh-huh.
that Josh O'Connor and Mike Feist should be nominated for lead. However, because it is political, not in a political party sense, but what's going to get you the nominee, they will both go for supporting. They are the lead There are 3 leads in that film. That's it. They're the 3 lead actors. They're the 3 lead characters, though,
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
They should all be nominated for lead. However, Zendaya would go lead actress, and the other 2 would go supporting actor because of the likelihood of them getting nominated. And it pisses me off.
I agree with that. However, if you were like, okay, yes, these are the 3 leads of the movie, but you gone to your head, you have to pick one lead for the movie. You can only pick one lead. obviously Zendaya is the lead of the movie, right? So that's fine.
Yes, that's just not how it works ever, and it annoys me.
I know.
Because it truly isn't just her movie. There are portions of the movie
I know.
where it focuses on the other two dudes.
That's true.
It doesn't matter because they're going to do the supporting thing anyway, like I said.
Sebastian Stan has 2 good opportunities, I think, to get nominated for an Oscar. He's got A Different Man, and he's got The Apprentice. The Apprentice.
Imagine if he won an Oscar for playing Donald Trump.
Oh, literally.
In the year of year of the election.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Why would you say that out loud?
That would be crazy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
At least
I actually am excited for that movie, to be honest with you.
I mean, same. I think it's not. I don't think it's gonna paint Donald Trump in a good light. So
I think it's just gonna be a good movie. I'm ready.
I agree.
Anyway, I like Challengers quite a bit. It had some of the coolest
shots.
Yeah, just like the way, I'm not gonna say too much, but the tennis match. By the way, not a tennis guy. What do you call, like, it's structured. You play, 15, 30, 40, 45, and then you have to win like 6 of those, or 3, like 3 out of 6.
Have you not played
No,
tennis
I have. What do you call the overall gathering?
The Challengers.
You have a football game, a basketball game,
a tennis match.
The whole thing's a tennis match, right?
Yeah, any tennis, like
but
any
there's
tennis
individual
round.
what?
There's individual
games?
matches.
Individual
matches.
And then you have to win a certain number.
The thing that they're at in the movie is called the Challengers.
So you simplify it down to 1. Okay.
There's singles and doubles.
No, I'm aware. What I'm trying to do is break down tennis as a whole.
Okay.
So let's say Roger Federer is playing Nadal.
Sure.
In a tennis match. That's the overall thing.
Yes.
There are you have to win a certain number of series, right?
Yeah.
So there's
rounds, probably.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like you have to go 6 rounds within one tennis match.
You go 15,
or it's
30,
5 rounds probably, and whoever wins the most.
You get to 45, win by 2 or whatever, and then that's 1 point for you. But you win it's best 3 out of 6, and then you get 1 point on the board, and you do that 6 times. You know what I'm talking about? It's I just don't know what you would call it.
It's I feel like when I play it on the Wii, if I remember correctly, whenever you're walking up to the court, the person's like, set, game, match.
Yeah, something like that. See, I don't know. I just call it tennis match. So the tennis match at the end is shot incredibly well.
They've released a lot of shots of it
basically makes
already,
you, the audience, feel like you're the tennis ball. Which, to me, not only looks cool as shit and is disorienting in a good way, but it kind of puts you, the audience, in the middle of the tension between the two characters, which was super cool.
They do that with
a really
a lot
well
of stuff.
done directorial choice.
They released a clip. So this isn't a spoiler. They released a 50-second clip of the scene of Tashi and Art talking in their bedroom where he's like, will you still love me if I don't win tomorrow? And she's like, no. And people were like, this is shot so horribly. It just cuts back and forth. It's never, it doesn't hold on someone or whatever. And I'm like, I think it's supposed to be cutting back and forth like a tennis match. Like when you're watching it, it goes from Art standing on this side of the big screen to Tashi being on the bed on this side of the big screen, and it keeps cutting back and forth, so your eyes keep going like this, like you're watching a tennis match.
Mm-hmm. I also think people are just annoying as fuck, and I am gonna cuss because that annoyed me. But I think people are annoying as fuck about stuff like that on film Twitter.
I totally agree.
Yeah, people who I don't know. I could go on a whole rant. I won't.
I think this movie could win cinematography at the Oscars, straight up.
We'll have to see lot to come out still, but
I know.
I think.
What else is coming
in terms
out?
of the technical categories, Dune Part 2 is probably going to win a lot of stuff.
Boo.
Just for looking pretty, which is fine. I get it. This is a pretty movie.
Pretty picture on big screen. You want to talk about Deadpool Wolverine?
Yeah.
It's also coming out?
That's my most anticipated movie of the year. It was coming in, and that holds up now. The official trailer dropped, and I've watched it twice when I woke up this morning. Before I got out of bed.
Which is crazy because you normally like to watch trailers once, and then you like to forget the information that was in it.
Not here, because this is, it feels like a time capsule back into 2018 when I was happiest with the MCU, right before Infinity War came out. I had never been, that was probably the happiest I've been as an MCU fan, because Endgame was bittersweet. But 2018, time to be alive. And funnily enough, that was when Deadpool 2 came out. Deadpool 2 and Infinity War came out within about a month of each other.
Oh, wow.
So that run of comic book movie films was awesome. I just miss the days of these MCU films being events. We had 1 or 2 a year, and there's just one this year, and it's Deadpool and Wolverine. We're not getting 5, thankfully.
Yeah.
And so
That's nice.
even in the show department, they've really kind of pumped the brakes. But anyway, Deadpool and Wolverine, it looks like everything I want and more. The trailer did not reveal too much. I think everything we've seen is probably the first 30 to 45 minutes.
100%.
Or they've done the Marvel trickeration and edited things to make it look like it's from the first act when it's from later.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be... So many people on Twitter, by the way, are bitching about Hugh Jackman's costume. They're like, where's the cowl? Yeah, but they're like, where's the cowl? First of all,
who cares?
I care. It'd be cool, but you think they're going to show that? That's like something that we have never seen in live action.
No, yeah.
He could be wearing the cowl in every single shot, and they could have just edited it out for the trailers.
Yeah, and also, like, you do have to think about it a little bit where it's like it is Hugh Jackman. And I feel like if you're paying Hugh Jackman, you kind of want his face to be on screen, at least for a trailer.
Yes.
Like, you're going to want to use shots of his face.
Yes, and I think, too, Cam, the shot of him, and this will be, we'll clip this in July if I'm right, and we'll put it on TikTok. The money shot of the trailer of like Deadpool and Wolverine walking in slow motion, people are like, his sleeves are cut off. I would put money on it right now that he has, they like CGI'd that out, and they also CGI'd the cowl out of that shot specifically.
I don't know if they could CGI something out of a shot like that. I think they might have just like done 2 takes, maybe.
2 takes, maybe, but yeah, I just do know for a fact that he will be wearing the cowl. People need to get over it.
And because isn't it on merch?
Yes, it's on the Funko Pop.
I saw it on.
And it's
on
also
like
it's all and it's also like that. Not people annoy me. Trailers don't need to reveal every single detail. That's a perfect trailer to me. Like I haven't been that excited about a trailer in a while because I know in my heart of hearts they have like if you look at every shot, it's from like the same 2 locations. It's like the Void with the 20th Century logo.
Yeah.
And it's from like an abandoned town.
Yeah.
It's ruins pretty much the whole movie. We don't know what's where.
Yeah.
A lot of MCU trailers lately have revealed too much.
Yeah.
Specifically, in retrospect, Spider-Man No Way Home. Loved the movie.
Really?
And I'm not even taking a shot, but the trailer, if you go back and watch the trailer
because they CGI
it literally shows the end. It shows the sky at the very end of the movie, like right before Peter is like, I want to do this spell, like where everyone forgets me. Like we can double back on it. The only thing they hit obviously was Toby and Andrew, but they showed everything else. I don't think we've seen an ounce of the third act. It's like with Endgame, we saw like 2 shots from the third act. It was Cap, like in the ruins, and he tightened the shield, but they had the shield edited so that it wasn't destroyed.
Yeah.
In the trailer, that's CGI.
Yeah.
So they can do stuff. They do that all the time in the trailers. And I promise you they edited something out of this trailer or just did their Marvel trickeration. People almost have learned to underestimate them. They're like, oh, Marvel trailer, blah, blah. I bet you there are things in that trailer that were edited out. Almost would guarantee it.
For sure. I agree.
Great trailer.
I think also any cameo that's like of worthy note is not at all in the trailer.
Hell no. And there are some X-Men in the trailer.
And
but
they're not.
If you zoom in and watch a YouTube video that explains it, that's the only way you're going to be able to. I mean, anyone who watched that trailer at first glimpse, because I've watched it many times, that quick from afar. But people will watch the breakdown videos and be like, oh, I saw this on first viewing, and this is so and so from First Class. It's like, okay.
No, you didn't, but okay. Okay.
But no, I'm very excited for this movie, and I'm annoyed by people on Twitter who can't be happy with what we're getting.
Have you seen people complaining
the two
about
biggest go ahead.
Wolverine's like sleeves when they're pulled off and they're like, where are the shoulder caps?
Yes.
Like, first of all, if you look at the full costume, the shoulder caps are clearly attached to the sleeves, not the shoulders. So if sleeves go bye-bye, shoulder caps go bye-bye. Second of all, who the fuck cares?
Losers.
Who cares?
I think it's a loser mentality to have. I stand by that. I don't even need to defend myself. I think it's a loser mentality to nitpick the sleeves of an outfit. That sounds like something a 5-year-old's crying about.
Why are you, as a man, critiquing the costuming department? Let me know.
What are we doing here? It's
it reminds me of
it's literally a suit design that people have been begging for, and they get it, and then but they don't have the shoulder pads, so it's not great. It's not good enough.
It reminds me of when Bridgerton released that like video of like all their characters to announce that the trailer was coming out the next day, and everybody was quote tweeting that tweet being like, oh my god, these costumes are so ugly, the costume department is like going so downhill in the show. It used to be so good and now it's so trash because like the lighting in that like little tiny promo video is like super harsh and they're like, the costume and making sucks. The costume and making looks so bad. And then we get the trailer the next day, and it's in the actual lighting and editing of the show.
Twitter
and what
brain
the
rot
show
is
looks
real.
like. And I'm like, these costumes look not only fantastic, but also like they have for the past 2 seasons. You are all stupid. You're all dumb as shit. And I hate you.
Twitter brain rot is real. The same
I
thing
know.
applies to the critique of someone was like, "Oh, I can tell that Deadpool and Wolverine's in the MCU now because it's gray," and I'm
Doesn't
like,
even look all that
I'm like,
gray.
there portions of this movie are going to be set in the void.
Yeah.
When you hear the void, do you think of rainbow colors popping out at you with vibrant, like it's
Rainbow. 3 to the right, 4 to the left.
like it's Stranger Things season 3 or something?
Yeah,
or do you
no.
think of dark gray, like
Also,
depressing almost?
I'm
And
not us acting like the X-Men movies are full of bright colors.
exactly, and additionally, why are people getting caught up on color grading? Did you watch the latter half of the Harry Potter films where it is literally black the entire time?
Do you have an Adobe
They're
Lightroom
great
account?
movies.
Do you have an Adobe Creative Cloud account? No? Then don't try and talk about color grading.
I
I'm
saw
sorry.
some dude like when the first teaser for Deadpool and Wolverine came out, he was like, "Oh, I made this better," and
I
someone
was like,
was like,
this looks like you
he was
slapped a
getting
filter on it.
flamed.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, why would you want that scene to like be popping with color? Deadpool has never popped with color.
I hate people that try and critique color grading. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Unless you go to school for that, don't talk about it.
Unless something looks cool as shit, I don't even talk about it. I'm like Saw has that distinct green, you know what I'm talking about? That's dope. But like why it shouldn't really be something people focus on so much. And I think people take aspects of filmmaking like color grading, like editing in one scene, and they get hyperbolic with it and act like that is the reason this movie sucks because they're incapable of actually forming well thought out critiques of the movie, like the plot, the structure, the story, the characters. So they use that as like their main arguing point, their main like bargaining chip, where they're like, yeah, the CGI in this shot sucks ass, so the movie stinks, but they can't actually formulate a thought on the movie.
You know what you just said relates directly to Taylor Swift right now?
Really?
Like, beautifully it does. Because people are critiquing her album and like the lyrics in her new album at like face value and like completely forgetting anything about like metaphors and like symbolism. Like there's a lyric from one of her songs where it's like, you wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me, and people are like, you grew up in a mansion in
I've
Pennsylvania.
seen that meme on Twitter.
You
It's very
grew up
fun
on
to
a
me.
Christmas tree farm in Nashville or whatever. And I'm like, do you think she's talking about her literal house?
Yeah.
Do you think her using the word asylum has anything to do with how much money her family had or how much money she has? No. It's a metaphor for the music industry, you dumb fuck. Use your brain. Turn it on a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, people don't know how to do that, especially on Twitter. Twitter, I like almost delete every day. I keep it for news.
For
Truthfully,
me-
I keep it for news and like paparazzi photos of things that
Twitter
It's
is
like yeah.
Twitter is a spectrum. The bad is really bad. And it can make you angry for a whole day if you see the wrong tweet. It can piss you off for a couple hours. But when it's good, it's so good, and it is the best app, and it reminds me why I don't delete it. Like when the Queen died, that was funny as shit. Sorry if any of you are British and that offends you. The day the Queen died was top 10 like funniest days of my life.
Wow.
Sorry.
I don't remember that, but I do remember just like I like Twitter for the memes.
Yeah, like when something funny
That's
is
just
happening in the
crazy to
world,
say.
like Twitter is a good place to be.
Yeah. And it's fun after like a trailer drops for the most part, but a lot of times it's people who I wanted to be cynical. Should I be cynical? I don't want to be
Sure,
cynical
go ahead.
today. I want to speak from experience here that I've had experiences in film classes with just highly pretentious people, like
Yeah.
stereotypical dweebs, if you will.
Stereotypical film
And
bros.
a lot of those people are the kind of people who just take to Twitter and spew nonsense because they realized that they wasted 4 years of their life going to a film school and will never be Steven Spielberg. And I'm sorry if this is really mean, and I'm not at all. If someone is studying film or film school, this is not at you. This is from personal experiences that I've seen firsthand with people who scream pretentious. And so a lot of those people go to Twitter and they attack Marvel mainly, but also just anything mainstream. Like it could be movies or music or TV show or sports or anything popular because they're so miserable that they're looking for some sense of like satisfaction in their life to feel like I don't know, to feel like above other people, superiority, and it's sad. It really is.
Yeah.
And they need to do some reflection because they're just pathetic and they don't want people to have fun in life or joy. And I'm not saying this about the MCU. I'm just saying in general, like people will get mad about anything.
People hate when other people have fun. And it's so funny. Like,
it's very weird to me.
I don't understand. Some people like go on the internet and purposely and actively like talk about things they hate. Whether it's for rage bait or not, like they'll like, for example, back to Taylor Swift, like people that are going to TikTok and just talking about how much they hate her album and how much they like hate her lyrics. And I'm like, do you know how many artists I listen to that I've heard a song of theirs and I don't like? Do I go to the internet and talk about it?
No, that's weird to me. Like even when I hate a movie,
you just don't want to talk about it.
I don't ever want to talk about it. But if I review it, like Madam Web, I hated. I mean, yeah, I shit on it, but I was never like that was that. Like I'm not making it my personality to just shit on something.
Yeah, it's like I can't.
If I hate, like in sports terms, I hate my rival teams, like of Georgia. Hate their guts.
Fuck Florida.
I don't make it my personality to talk about it. I poke fun at it, and that's that. But also in real life, there's a disconnect between Twitter brain and just real life brain. I mean, friends in real life who we disagree on movies or TV, and like we talk about it and we joke about it, but it's not like I'm going to war, like fuck you if you don't like this.
No, yeah,
it's crazy that on Twitter mainly people will legitimately like tell someone to go to hell.
No, yeah,
because
like,
they don't like a movie.
All of my best friends are Tony Stark stans, and I will always continue to support Bucky Barnes. And we can all poke fun and joke with each other about it. But if you say anything about Bucky versus Tony on the internet, circa Civil War, people start screaming at you. And it's like, damn, relax. They're fake. They're fake.
I don't understand.
Here, wait, look at me. You have an eyelash on this side of your face. Oh, hey, you got it. By doing that.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
I don't really care where it went. Hopefully for good luck somewhere. I just don't understand, and this goes for comment sections on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, tweets in general. I've never just been one for, this, but I've never been one for just like tweeting out pretty much anything. I don't tweet often.
I don't tweet often. I tweet all the
time. But I do think so many people they're just spewing negativity and hatred. And like I hate movies and shows, like a good bit of them. Like I hate the sequel trilogy probably as much as the most toxic person out there, right? Not really. But I just don't farm it.
You don't have to go and like constantly remind people that you do.
Like if someone asks me about it, I'll be like, I despise The Rise of Skywalker. I'll tell you why if you want to know.
If a girl posted on TikTok in her Rey cosplay, you wouldn't feel the drastic need to comment and say, fuck Rey, piece of shit character, fuck the sequels.
That's insane
You're
behavior.
fucking stupid for cosplaying Rey.
And I've spoken to people who like The Last Jedi, and I've been like, I think there's a difference. Mm-hmm. I think in society there's become this sensitivity around like speaking about things in general. So like, it's totally normal. Say you like The Last Jedi, I hate it, to just talk about it and then move on. You liking it doesn't change my perception of you as a human being. And that's where there's the disconnect on Twitter specifically, where people will like judge a person and their values in life based on their opinions on a movie. And it's madness. It's unhealthy and it's scary. As someone who's been in content creation in the movie space since like 2019, I've seen so many people get personally offended to their core over someone loving a movie. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It baffles me.
If someone loves something that I hate, I'm like, I'm really happy that you have something you love. That's it.
Yeah. Like, for example, we both enjoyed Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It got shit on by a lot of people. I disagree strongly. I disagree strongly with
they don't understand
I disagree strongly with a lot of negative opinions, but I haven't gone to Twitter and been like, everyone who hates this movie is rotting in a fire in hell. Like people would say that though. And that's the thing. Like it's crazy. I didn't lose an ounce of sleep over the fact that I enjoyed that movie and people hated it.
I love Ghostbusters.
And so I just don't. The opposite goes for the new Godzilla movie. I thought it was garbage. And a lot of people have attacked me. Oh, you just don't know how to enjoy yourself at the movies and blah, blah, blah. Well, I thought the movie just sucked.
It's also like that. Like
I thought the movie just sucked.
Eddie Munson fans. enjoying their lives, being perfectly fine and normal, just cosplaying a character they love, enjoying the character, enjoying the show, enjoying the universe. Everybody else, fucking loser, fucking weirdo.
Yeah, people like attack
what do you mean
for
you guys
liking
are all
a character.
cosplay? What do you mean you're all cosplaying as the
so
same character
nuts.
and meeting up at a convention and singing a song
It's nuts.
that got really popular on TikTok? And because you're doing that, we're all gonna make fun of you for doing that, by the way. Weirdos. Just scroll. Just scroll. People on the internet forget that they can just simply scroll. You don't have to comment. You don't have to do anything. Don't even engage with it because you're just going to get more of that content in your algorithm. Just scroll. Hit not interested. Scroll. Don't take time out of your day to comment something.
No, like honestly, I'm just going to say this straight up because I like to be honest. I did not love Dune Part 2. I enjoyed moments of it, but I just didn't want to see just this overwhelming praise. And I've never like said anything mean to anyone who's actually like Dune. I've made jokes and be like, oh, Dune Part 2, here we go. But I'm not like arguing with people online about it or anything. Yeah. And so I just did the very, very simple thing. I muted pretty much everything from that on Twitter just so I didn't have to see it on Twitter because I knew like sometimes there's just a movie. Like I imagine if I hate Oppenheimer, I would have been the same way.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Dune, by the way, but like if I didn't like Oppenheimer, it was all over Twitter. Barbenheimer, all of it. Imagine someone who didn't like those movies. They probably muted. They're saying they probably muted Barbie and Oppenheimer so they didn't have to see tweets about it.
Yeah.
Like if I don't want to see something on Twitter, I'll just mute it.
Yeah.
Like God, it drives me crazy.
Yeah. People are stupid.
People are insane. And people online say like really, really hurtful things to people. Fortunately, I have tough, like thick skin about it, but like, God, if I didn't, I mean, it's brutal out there.
No, yeah, I get some crazy ass comments.
It's brutal out there. People are...
Okay, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, I know that he's my ex.
Not the same song.
I know I just want to sing the words because she just sings and I like to talk when I sing and I could do this forever.
Okay, stop it.
She got mad. I'm singing tonight. Yeah, so Twitter's toxic. It's a cesspool.
Jesus.
That's my rant. I think let's rank the social medias based on like from most negative to least negative. I think YouTube's the most positive for me. I think YouTube
and Pinterest are up there.
YouTube is I mean you have your dark rabbit holes on YouTube of people who curate a community of negativity.
Yeah, I know my videos have been included in one of them.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy ass time.
But YouTube is people watch YouTube because they want to engage in a longer form content usually. And so they will likely, if they disagree, they'll be more polite about it. I would say TikTok is not the best place, but it's better than Instagram comments and TikTok and Twitter.
I feel like Instagram and Instagram Reels are two different entities. Because if your Instagram Reel gets on the wrong side of whatever content your Instagram Reel is on, oh my God, you might as well just you might as well hang out with the devil because you'll have a better time.
I got
Instagram
death
Reel
threats
comments.
because I put Across the Spider-Verse at number 5 on my overall Spider-Man ranking, which is in the top 5. This was right after it came out. I had No Way Home, Into, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2 above it.
Nuts. Like people are.
And people were like, never rank again. Someone said, kill yourself. Multiple people. I'm not trying to be funny about it, but I was told to kill myself because I had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse 5th.
No, yeah, like back in like 2021 even, when I would post my Star Wars stuff over on Instagram Reels, like people were crazy. Like when I unboxed my Rey lightsaber. Hell.
Oh my God.
Hell on earth.
But don't you agree that's extremely unhealthy to tell someone to end their life?
They're losers.
Over a Spider-Man ranking?
Not to be hypocritical and be mean to people on the internet, but they're losers. Like they're losers and they don't have anything else to do. Like I don't have time. You know how many things I see in the day that piss me off? Where I'm like, no, you're wrong. No, that's stupid. No, this is a shit take. Do you know how many of those I see every day? I don't have time.
Like the reason I'm afraid is that our generation, like we're at the end of a generation that like still had outside time and didn't really have iPhones till we were older. And so we were raised, like I was raised at least, like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And confronting someone takes a lot out of me.
I'm a very confrontational person.
Being actually to someone's face, like saying like something mean, it only really happens if I really care about someone and we're having an argument.
It's so funny because I'm a little bit of the opposite. I also, obviously every child is raised, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But as I get older and as my filter wears down over the years, I kind of just speak my mind 24/7, quite honestly, and I don't have a really good filter, and I kind of will just say anything to you if I want to. But even then, I still sometimes I will like I hold myself back on the internet because what is the point? Waste of time.
No point. And
waste of time and space, and waste of your brain. Go outside, touch grass. It's just ridiculous.
The point I wanted to make was that I don't think people our age are the ones going on and spewing this negativity online. I think a lot of the most harmful comments are from people who are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that age range that know better.
Yeah.
And so they just don't know better. And so when they're 20 and they're in the population, I don't know how they're going to interact with people. And I'm honestly afraid because a lot of those people who were even in elementary school through the Zoom stuff with the pandemic, is there going to be a literacy crisis? I think there might be one. There is.
Have you seen all this stuff about people not reading on grade level?
No, but I believe it with my whole heart.
I saw a video of a teacher yesterday. She teaches the 7th grade. She said, we do these tests every semester to see how people, the test you would always have to do to see where you are in your placement and whatnot and if you're doing good. She's like, do you want to guess how many kids out of these 300 in the 7th grade at my school are reading on grade level?
25?
40.
Wow.
Less than half are reading on grade level.
That's insane.
Oh, crack a book and give your brain a rest from the internet. My kids won't have a phone for years.
That's even scarier too because we didn't have there was no, when we were in high school, there was no AI write your paper. Apparently that was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Even in college didn't really exist. And so I don't know. It's scary moving ahead. The internet's impact on society, frankly. I think it's alarming, especially in terms of media literacy, because all it takes, people have sheep mentality. One person puts out a tweet, Deadpool and Wolverine look shit because it's all gray. Everyone is so easily influenced online. They see that
with Percy
and
Jackson.
run with it. And that goes into a whole other conversation I don't want to open about how a Rotten Tomatoes score influences.
Let's keep the can of worms closed today, folks.
Yes.
We can unpack that later. However, though, I think the Rotten Tomatoes of Challengers is pretty high, and as it should be.
It's in the 90s. But no, that's the thing is people are always looking to something else to validate.
They're looking
themselves.
to others, most notably content creators, to help them form their opinion. And that's where it gets really tricky, though, because then it depends on which content creator you're looking at to help you form your opinion.
I'm just afraid because I never want someone to watch my review and be like, oh, I'm not seeing this movie or I'm seeing it. But at the same time, if a movie is truly shit, almost objectively, I think Madam Web is objectively shit.
Well, no, there's a difference between, because here's the thing. If someone watches your videos,
but you can it.
They respect your opinion enough to see what you want to say about the movie. If you reviewed Madam Web and said it's ass, don't go see it, and they take that at face value, then they didn't really want to see Madam Web all that much in the first place. If you hated Challengers and someone was really excited for Challengers but really respected your opinion and saw that you hated Challengers, they wouldn't just be like, oh, well, there it is. Chris says it's bad, so I'm not going to go see it. They'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'm still going to go see it, but we'll see if I agree with Chris or not.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because growing up, I would watch Chris Stuckman, Jeremy Johns, and the Schmoes. And if I was excited for a movie, I was going to see the Suicide Squad in 2016 no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw negative reviews. I was like, oh, I don't care. Same with Pirates 5.
That's how most people are. Yeah.
So I was like, I'll go see it anyway.
And you're like, damn, they're right.
But you are right that a lot of times now I do think people will see early reviews and they'll be like, even if they were excited for it and they just won't go. But it's, I guess, in terms of saving money, if you trust someone's opinion, if you follow them for a while and you trust their opinion and you find that you align with it 80 to 90% of the time, fair enough.
Also, it's if
their own.
If early reviews convince you not to go, then you honestly didn't really want to go all that much in the first place, and that's okay. It's fine.
Fair. Because early reviews can sell someone too.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people go see Challengers because of the reviews.
Yeah.
And if they had negative reviews, they wouldn't go. It's just the power of the tomato meter.
I want every single one of you to get your butts in a movie theater for Challengers because it's a damn good movie.
It's a great film, in my opinion.
Good movie.
I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's my favorite of the year.
It's my favorite of the year.
It's
as well.
the first
Even
movie.
though I've only seen
It's
2.
the first movie this year that I walked out of where I was elated, and I was like, that was special.
We also rarely come out of a movie feeling the same about it. Yeah. I feel like, or if we do come out of a movie feeling the same, it's mostly because it's a 3.5, right? It's rare we're we'll walk out of a movie and we're both on the same polarized side, if you will, right?
Yeah.
and it's rare that we could both come out giving something 5 stars. I give a lot of things 5 stars.
I am lower than you.
Yeah, I give a lot of things 5 stars. I'm not too harsh in my grading or whatever. But like even Oppenheimer, you gave 5, I gave 4. That's because I don't follow things all that well in theaters. I got ADHD. There are lots of names.
Oh my God,
whatever.
Thank you for bringing that up. We have to tell the story of Deadpool 2 in theaters, can we? We were talking about it yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So we have been dating for a while now.
7 years.
Deadpool 2 came out in May of 2018. And so it was like I had just graduated high school, and I saw Solo with my buddy like that week, and then I saw Deadpool. So, I don't remember the timeline of it, but I saw Deadpool 2, and then I took Cam to see Deadpool 2.
Like the next day.
Because I showed you Deadpool 1 recently. Yeah. You wanted to watch it. And yeah, like the next day or something, we went and saw it. And you liked the movie, but you were like, I think during the movie, you leaned over to me and you were like, I can't hear it. And I was like, what? And then after the movie, I was like, it kind of pissed me off. I was like, we're in a theater. How can you not hear the movie? It's blaring, actually. And then I think after I was like, I loved it. Again, what do you think? You were like, I think I like it more if I'm actually able to hear it. And I was like, what? I think your words were, it was too loud to hear.
It was. Now that like when you brought it up yesterday, I was like,
what?
I was like, oh, okay, I remember that now. It was so loud.
Do you think the sound mixing was off?
We must have been sitting in a weird spot in the theater or something.
I was like, what?
Well, no. Okay, think about it. You're at a concert. Taylor Swift.
Okay, fair.
We were at the Eras tour.
That's different.
If you were listening to a song that you don't know the lyrics to, God help you, because you can't hear what the fuck she's saying. Because the acoustics in Mercedes-Benz are not built for a concert. And you're like, it's so loud. Everyone is so loud. I can't hear a damn thing.
That, though.
I can't hear anything.
I was reminded of that recently. You were like, yeah, I couldn't hear it. So have you even seen Deadpool 2? I don't think we watched one a lot.
I've watched Deadpool 2 by myself plenty of times. Okay. Plenty of times.
One for sure. I've seen one more, but 2, yeah, interesting. I wonder if Cable's going to show up. Josh Brolin's Cable. I think he should, but I don't. I think he shot down a report that he would, but why would he give that away? Anyway, you had a game for me?
I do have a game for you. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so guys, if you didn't know, Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department came out on last Friday/Thursday. Depends on if you're... Came out at midnight for me, right? So technically Friday. Whatever. So I thought it'd be fun to play a little game with Chris of Shakespeare or Taylor Swift, because I think you've barely listened to the Tortured Poets Department, right? Not all of these are off that album, but just using it as an example.
I've listened to a decent amount of it, but I haven't listened to everything.
Basically, the vibes of Tortured Poets Department, obviously, poets, poetry, Shakespeare, if you will. So I just thought it'd be funny, and also, recently, I saw Luke Thompson play this, and he crushed it. So,
doth mother know you weareth her drapes? So whatever Tony says.
So we're gonna do Shakespeare, Taylor Swift. Actually, I want to get a something to write your score with. Hang on.
Please do. I'll keep talking. What is it? Is it doth mother know you weareth her drapes? Is it doth mother know you wear her drapes? Is it doth mother know thy weareth her drapes?
You weareth her drapes.
You weareth.
Yes.
Someone let us know. It's a great film.
Right.
Avengers 2012.
Real quick, let's talk to the people before we even do this about your relationship to Taylor Swift, if you will. I'd say you're a casual Swiftie.
I haven't been written about. We'll say that much.
Okay.
Where I'm not that close to her to where I've been written about.
Oh, okay. I would assume
I have not broken her heart.
Okay, good.
Yes.
And also, you liked Taylor Swift before you met me. Technically, you and your brother were avid Red fans, if you will, right?
He had the CD.
And then when you met me, we slowly got you into it, and now you're very much into it. You like Taylor. You listen to most of her albums. Yes. You are a 1989 girly pop. You're a Midnight's girl.
Folklore as well. Recently.
You're a folklore girly.
That's a comeback story.
It is a comeback story.
So my relationship with Taylor Swift?
Yeah, just like the albums you like.
I had a playlist on my phone circa 2015.
Oh yeah, that you mowed the grass too?
It was one of my lawn mowing playlists, and I was
Space, baby.
Yeah, like Blank Space was on there. It was like
Welcome to New York.
It was the most popular songs.
Yeah.
So it was
her singles.
It was Style, yeah. Blank Space, Shake It Off, and then
Bangers.
A few others.
Yeah,
probably You Belong With Me. Yeah, you know, like very popular, very mainstream Taylor
Now let's unpack your relationship with Shakespeare for the public.
Yes, I read.
Any plays you know of?
Othello with Shakespeare, right?
Oh yeah.
We did Othello in AP Lit. Romeo and Juliet, freshman year of high school.
Y'all didn't do Hamlet?
Didn't
in
do
AP Lit?
Hamlet.
Damn, we did Hamlet.
We did Othello instead.
You would have loved Hamlet. It's the Lion King.
I know.
Damn.
We did
sucks
Othello
for-
though, and we also did. We read like also mini plays of Shakespeare. Is A Midsummer Night's Dream Shakespeare?
Yes,
10th
bitch.
grade. 10th grade.
Yes, I love
And we
A
tried to
Midsummer
watch
Night's
a
Dream.
movie with Christian Bale, and I was like, this is dog shit.
That's funny.
We also watched, sidebar real quick, Les Mis with Liam Neeson.
Ah,
And Jeffrey Rush, who plays Barbossa, was Javert.
weird.
And Liam Neeson was Jean Valjean.
Weird. I didn't know that existed.
But there's no singing.
Was it a show or a
It
movie?
was a drama film.
Someone
else of fame is the Anne Hathaway character. What's her name? The girl who dies.
I know. Hang on. Not Ebony, not Cosette.
I dream the dream.
Why am I blanking on her name?
Let's look it up. I actually. Oh my god! I think it's Uma Thurman. It just came to me, and I haven't even
Whoa,
looked it up. I
weird.
swear to God.
There's a show version of Les Mis that Joseph Quinn
Is it just a drama?
I don't know.
Holy hell! Okay, yeah. So.
Eponine. No.
Oh, I know it. Do you want me to say it or no?
What is it?
Fantine.
Damn it.
Yeah. It's a pretty solid cast. But no, yeah, we watched that
So,
movie for some reason.
You know Romeo and Juliet. You know Othello. You know A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I'm familiar enough with lines from Hamlet. Shout out, my dearest Angelica. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
Okay.
Place from day to day.
All right.
Oh, no, that's
So-
Macbeth.
Yeah, that is Macbeth.
That's not even
And-
Shakespeare, is it? Is Shakespeare?
I think Macbeth is Shakespeare.
I'm not a Shakespeare aficionado, guys.
This is
The
this is
literature
why.
there's a crisis, and I'm a part of it. I don't know
This
how
is
to
why-
read.
yeah, Macbeth is Shakespeare. This is why we need Luke Thompson
you
here
think me
24/7. I would pay good money to sit down with him and just listen to him talk about Shakespeare the whole time. I'll just let him talk the whole time.
Fair enough, Kim.
And I'd be like this. Okay, moving on.
Moving on to the actual task at hand.
So we start you off easy, right? Are you ready
Okay.
to go?
Taylor Swift or
So,
Shakespeare? That's the question.
I'm going to read you a quote.
How many are there?
There's 2 pages. That's all I know.
Damn.
I didn't count how many. We start you off easy.
Okay.
First page is relatively easy. Second page, much harder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read you the quote.
Okay.
And dare I say I want to do it in a British accent to make it harder?
You can if you want.
Maybe I'll just read it.
I think reading it straight would be way harder.
Okay. Wait, what does that mean?
Like just reading it like if it's
Normal?
like you belong with me, you belong with me. Like,
Okay.
Just read it. Like don't have to be weird, just read it.
All right. First,
Try
quote.
not to sing it.
I
if
read the
it's
quote,
song.
and you tell me if it is Taylor Swift or Shakespeare.
Okay.
You will get a bonus point if you can either list the album or song title if it's Taylor Swift. So you don't have to do both. If you can't do both, that's fine. But if you can just get one, that's an extra point.
All right.
Or you get an extra point if you can tell me what play it's from if it's Shakespeare. Very fun. Like I said, we start off super early. So hello? Easy, not early. So your first quote is,
Okay.
Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone.
That is Taylor Swift.
Good.
That is Love Story.
Good.
The album is Fearless.
Crushed it. 2 points already on the board.
Also, shout out Richie Jaramovich from The Bear.
Oh, so
Cousin.
true. So true. Next quote.
That's his song, by the way.
Next quote.
Yeah.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
That's Shakespeare.
Correct. Do you know what play? You can give it a shot in the dark if you want.
Romeo and Juliet.
Nope. It is from Hamlet.
Oh, cool. See, I never read Hamlet.
Your next quote is,
I just wanted to look down the barrel of the camera.
okay. Your next quote is, and this one might be tricky.
Okay.
Fuck the patriarchy.
That is going to be Taylor Swift.
Very good. Do you know the song?
That is going to be All Too Well. 10-minute
Good.
version.
Come on.
That is going to be Red.
Good job. All right. You're crushing it. You're doing
Okay.
good. So far, you've gotten it all right, and you've gotten 2 bonus points.
Mm.
You're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Next
It's going
quote.
to get harder, though, because I don't know all this.
Yeah, this first page is easy on purpose. These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph, die.
Repeat.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph, die.
These violent nights have
Violent delights.
These violent delights
Uh-huh.
have violent nights.
Have violent ends. Night is not a word in this quote.
Okay. Say it again, and then I'll tell you my answer.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph, die.
Shakespeare?
Yes. You want to take a shot in the dark at the play?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Romeo and Juliet.
I don't even think I know a line from Shakespeare, which is so crazy. Unless someone told me this is because we read it all. I just don't know like the line.
I know a lot of Shakespeare, actually.
So this is going to be interesting because if you get into the Swift, I don't know.
Which we might
just. 50-50.
All right. Okay, ready?
Do you want me to just read it?
No.
Okay.
I'm reading it. It's just funny. With your words like knives and swords and weapons that you used against me.
Taylor Swift. Mean.
Very good. Speak now, Stan. All right.
Give me a chance to answer the album.
Well, you got the song, so.
I was going to say that, or if you're, I always get this two mixed up sometimes. Sorry.
This line is, this is funny. I scratch your head, you fall asleep, like a tattooed golden retriever. I know that one's really hard.
I'm going Taylor Swift because I don't think that golden retrievers were around.
I know that line sounds really tricky because it's super Shakespeare. But yeah, good job. It's Taylor Swift. Do you want to guess the album or
repeat the line,
title?
actually? Like, just say it, though. Just say it.
I scratch your head, you fall asleep like a tattooed golden retriever. This is her worst song lyric, by the way. That's why I included it.
I don't know.
Torture Poets Department. It's
okay.
Next.
That's why I don't know.
Men's eyes were made to look and let them gaze. Gaze spelled G-A-Z-E, by the way.
Men's eyes were made. I mean, that's interesting. I'm just going to say Taylor Swift.
Shakespeare, your first loss, but that's okay because he was talking about men. I was trying to trip you up there. All right.
What was it from?
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, cool.
That would be a line from Mercutio.
Mm.
Love's a fragile little flame. It could burn out.
I feel like that's Taylor Swift.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
Would you like to guess the album or song title?
I would guess Red, the album.
1989.
Damn, what is it from?
I Know Places.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like in the bridge or something. Next quote.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand now why they lost their minds and fought the wars.
I don't know because now we've gotten out of any kind of order, I think. Or at least I've forgotten an order you were going in. I don't know if you were trying to do like every other one.
Hell no. I did that I would not have done that on purpose.
Can you repeat the line, please?
I can. And you understand now why they lost their minds and fought the wars.
Is that Taylor Swift? The
That
Great War?
is Taylor Swift. It is not the Great War, but it is Taylor Swift.
Is that a good guess?
Very good guess. Proud of you. Do you want to guess the song or album again?
The Great War is that song's like...
Throughout the Great
thank
War.
You. I thought that was that.
No.
What is it?
It is You Are in Love, 1989. Losing your 1989 stand status, actually,
Do you want
not
the
as we
truth
speak.
about me, Cam? What did I say earlier? I said I listened to the most mainstream Taylor Swift songs.
You also like...
I know about 10 with my full chest.
In your defense, I Know Places and You Are in Love are very far down on the 1989 album and not necessarily like songs I would expect you to listen to.
Fair.
Next. And I'll stay, forgetting any other home but this.
Shakespeare?
Good! Guess the play.
I don't know.
The plays repeat. Like, there's multiple from the same plays.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes!
Nice.
Good job. All right. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
That's Shakespeare.
Good one. Would you like to guess the play?
Too wordy to be Taylor Swift.
Hey, you don't know that?
Yeah, I'll say Hamlet.
Julius Caesar, but that's okay.
Damn.
Every lesson forms a new scar.
Taylor Swift.
Yes. Would you like to guess the song or album?
Every lesson forms a new scar.
Yeah.
Thematically speaking, I'm going to guess Reputation.
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's Eyes Open off of Red.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to The Hunger Games.
That's good.
Hang on. I'm tallying how many you got right on this first page. We have one more left, though.
One more page left.
No, one more quote on this page and then
okay,
another
okay,
page.
Okay.
I'm having fun. You're doing great, actually. You're doing really good. The next page is significantly harder. So
I try to hear the song lyrics in my head, and I just am not doing that pretty much at all.
I know. It's hard. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
That's Taylor Swift.
That is Shakespeare.
Oh.
I tried to trip you up on purpose, but the world's a stage. Did I get you?
You got me. And she did say women, and so that should have, or that line said women, and I should have immediately said that's not Taylor Swift. If it was just men, I would have said Taylor Swift.
Good job. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 quotes on the first page, and you are at 15 points. So you are above and beyond what we needed you to be.
I'm doing all right then.
Now, these next ones are supposed to be hard, okay?
Okay. I'm not going to get mad because it's not like, this isn't something I should know. Like,
no,
this isn't like,
you shouldn't.
if this was Stranger Things trivia or Star Wars or
that
Marvel
you could
trivia,
get mad over.
Like, that's why I'm not getting mad.
It's, if anything, it's fascinating to see somebody who doesn't really know, like, too much in detail about Shakespeare.
I'm sure
or Taylor
someone's
Swift.
watching this and screaming at their screen. What are you doing?
All right. Did I close my fist around something delicate? Did I shatter you?
You're trying to trick me. Because Delicate is a song by Taylor Swift.
That's true.
Can you repeat that?
Did I close my fist around something delicate? Did I shatter you?
Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Would you like to guess the album or song?
Delicate?
No.
I don't know.
It's Coney Island, Evermore.
I honestly, and I'm not like trying to be like out myself, I don't think I've ever heard that song.
I know you haven't. There's lots of Evermore on here, by the way.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
I don't think you have. Okay. Ready? And no one's here to blame. But what about your quiet treason?
That's Taylor Swift.
Okay. Guess the song.
I am trying to like find something to like sing, some beat to like sing to in my head. What about your quiet treason? I don't know, Reputation album?
No. Torture Poets Department, Fortnite, featuring Post Malone.
Oh, cool. I heard that one. I watched the music video.
A rose by any other name is a scandal.
Shakespeare.
Taylor Swift.
A rose by any other name is a scandal? What's the song?
The Albatross, Torture Poets Department.
Oh.
But
My
so far
mind-
you've gotten all these right.
When you said albatross, I thought of albacore, which I think is like a fish you can get at sushi.
Albatross is a bird.
Oh, dope.
My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break.
That's Shakespeare.
Very good. Would you like
What
to
is
guess
it?
the play?
Something involving love. Romeo and Juliet again.
No, The Taming of the Shrew.
A classic.
One of his more unknowns,
Yeah.
you know. Okay. Past the curses and cries beyond the terror in the nightfall.
Repeat.
Past the curses and cries beyond the terror in the nightfall.
Shakespeare.
Taylor Swift.
Damn.
That's the first one you've gotten wrong on this page, though.
Cool.
That's
I don't really...
Evermore.
What is that
Happiness.
from?
Evermore.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I know. I told you it's trickier on this page. All right.
Frankly, if you didn't pick from like her biggest hits, I wouldn't know anyway.
I'd meet you where the spirit meets the bones in a faith forgotten land. Would you like to hear it again?
Yeah.
I'd meet you where the spirits meet the bones in a faith forgotten land.
Shakespeare.
Taylor Swift.
Album.
Evermore.
Jesus Christ.
Next quote.
Sounds like I would not be a fan of Evermore. I don't
Love
know.
is merely a madness.
Shakespeare.
Very good. Would you like to guess the play?
Romeo and Juliet. I'm going to die on that hill.
Nope. It's As You Like It.
Yeah, that's one I've heard of for sure. Sounds like a 2000s
How can it be? How can it? Ready?
As You Like It, baby.
How can it be said, I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
Taylor Swift.
Shakespeare. A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Mm.
Didn't pay attention in school, huh?
Nope. Memorized it for a quiz.
And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Shakespeare.
Very good. Would you like to guess the play?
I don't know, but it was too wordy to be a lyric. It was not catchy at all.
Would you like to guess the play?
I don't even remember what you said. Say it again.
And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together
Othello.
nowadays. Oh, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Damn, I hadn't guessed Othello.
There's no Othello on here, by the way.
He might not have even written it.
I think he did.
Go ahead.
Balancing on breaking branches. Those eyes add insult to injury.
Taylor Swift.
Yes. Would you like to guess the album or song?
Repeat it, please.
Balancing on breaking branches. Those eyes add insult to injury.
Folklore.
Yes.
Okay. And the song, repeat it, please.
Balancing on breaking branches. Those eyes add insult to injury.
The One?
No, Exile.
Mm.
But very good. You got Folklore. I'm impressed. My pride fell with my fortunes.
Shakespeare.
Yes.
Hamlet.
No.
What is it?
As You Like It. But you
What the fuck is that? I'm not mad. I'm just like, I'm actually looking it up. I'm sorry. That can't be real. That sounds like a movie starring Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum from 2004 that had like a poster all over the Blockbuster roll. What's it called? As You Like It?
Mm-hmm.
It was a pastoral comedy by William Shakespeare.
I always forget he has a first name.
Okay.
Next.
The more you know.
You have 3 left. I believe in you.
My phone's on 4%.
Well, Jesus. Turn it off.
Go for Everett.
3 more.
Okay.
Speak low
Uh-huh.
if you speak love.
Shakespeare.
Yes. You can try guessing the play if you want to.
Romeo and Juliet.
Nope. Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, I've heard about that. I think they made that into a film. I feel like they did.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to look it up on IMDb real quick, actually. I feel like that is definitely an Oscar-nominated film. Much Ado About Nothing. 1993.
Wow.
Kenneth Branagh.
Crushed
That
it.
son of a bitch was in... I looked up Kenneth Branagh. He also, Cam, did a film... What's it called? As You Like It. I'm pretty sure he did a movie. He was in one, or no... He directed one. What is with Kenneth Branagh directing Shakespeare adaptations? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's
The director of Thor, and he's also Gilroy Lockhart.
Gilroy Lockhart, yeah.
Let's look what else he's done real quick. He's an actor. He's obviously in Oppenheimer. He's Niels Bohr.
Obviously.
Yeah, he is. You need to watch Oppenheimer again. He did Macbeth. He played Macbeth in a play.
Was he Hamlet by any chance?
I'm scrolling through right now. When did Hamlet come out?
A while ago. It was an older movie.
Sorry, this is a bit of a sidebar. He's done... I don't know. I feel like a lot of his stuff was... Hamlet. He was Hamlet.
Yes, that's the Hamlet I watched.
And directed it. What is with this guy's obsession?
Honestly,
he was the director of Othello.
Hamlet is fantastic.
He played Iago.
Hamlet is fantastic. I liked that movie a lot.
He didn't direct it, but he played Iago. Yeah, he did it. He had a run of just doing Shakespeare.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
All right, 2 more. And you find something to wrap your noose around, and there's nothing like a mad woman.
Taylor Swift.
Would you like to guess song / album?
And you find something to wrap... Tortured Poets Department.
No.
Can I guess some more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Reputation.
Nope.
Evermore.
Nope.
Folklore.
Yep. Mad Woman, Folklore. Last one.
Okay.
Your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in.
Taylor Swift.
Correct. Would you like to guess
Shakespeare wouldn't have used the word hoax.
album / song?
Your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in. Tortured Poets Department.
No.
What?
Folklore. The song is called Hoax.
Oh. I don't think I've heard... I honestly skip around. I'm bad with music. I need to confess. I will listen to a few songs from an album that I like and just listen to those, and I don't like listening to new music. I don't know what it is, but I don't enjoy listening to new music at first because there's a pressure. It's like... I guess that's how you might be with movies. You know
Maybe.
how you have your comfort movies?
Maybe.
I have comfort. I just listen to the same music. It takes a lot out of me to listen to an entirely new album.
Good news,
Because
Chris.
I don't want to waste my time if I'm listening to music, which I don't do all the time. If I'm driving from point A to point B and it's 40 minutes, I want to listen to bangers that I know I like. I don't enjoy
That's fine.
I don't like change. It's a lot for me. Okay, so
It's okay.
that's why I don't like listening to
Good
new
news.
music. That's a sidebar. That's just a thing in general.
You technically got a 100%.
Why?
You got there's 13 quotes on this one. You got 15 points.
Uh-huh.
There's 14 quotes on the other one, and you got 12 points. All that added together, that's 27 out of 27.
Damn, that's pretty damn good.
Proud of you. You actually did really good. I'm shocked.
I did well.
You did much better on the second page than I thought you would.
That's impressive. I think I started to pick up on one word would give it away.
Yeah,
Like
or
hoax.
like if they tend to rhyme.
Mad
I
Woman?
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any music to anything you said though, except for the first two Taylor Swift lyrics. I couldn't do it.
There was one that I wanted to get you on, and I didn't. Unfortunately, a rose by any other name is a scandal. That is derived from Shakespeare. A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. That's from Romeo and Juliet. So and that's one of the most.
And I guessed Shakespeare. Or...
You guessed Taylor Swift. You guessed it correctly.
Oh, cool.
But I was hoping you would guess Shakespeare because that's one of the most famous lines from Romeo and Juliet.
And I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's during the balcony scene.
This is proof to me that I just memorized everything and dumped it out of my brain when I knew I didn't need to know it anymore for a test.
I know a little bit of Romeo and Juliet at least.
We had root words in that same class where we read Romeo and Juliet, root word quizzes, and I would memorize the hell out of them, get 100 on pretty much every single one.
I couldn't
tell you half of them now.
I can't do memorization, so that's why
That's why I was good at history. I think.
I was either learning or nothing.
That's why that is for people who are why are you the unusual couple? We're not unusual, but I'm very history literature brain, and you're the other one.
Yeah, math and science.
What it's called?
The other one.
I hate that stuff.
The other one.
History, that was probably my strongest, by far my strongest subject.
That was probably my weakest.
I still don't know everything about history, obviously. I just enjoyed it.
I don't know jack shit about
I
history.
enjoyed history because it was a subject that I was like, this is stuff that happened, and it's almost like a movie. It's
my favorite history is Bridgerton.
You hated history, didn't you? Absolutely.
Loved my history teachers, though. Hated history.
So, I don't know. I feel like the reason history was the easiest for me is because it's no different than if someone was telling me a story about hey, so these two guys incited this incident and this was this year, and just memorize it. I didn't have to memorize much. I just soaked it in. With math, if I didn't know the thing about history and in language arts, by the way, you can bullshit them. You can. If you know it well enough and you write enough words and you have a good intro and outro or whatever it is, that's what's they're gonna remember. The meat, if you have a few key words, you're fine. If you remember, you just got to make them somehow form together. With math, if you forget how to do one part of a formula, 0 on the exam. That's what frustrates me about it.
But the thing is though, is that if you do know the formula in math, all you have to do is plug shit in and you will get your answer. And if you can't, you can work backwards to get your answer. For me, I feel like history, not necessarily history, but language arts was always arbitrary answers because literature, if you will, is super subjective. History is not subjective, but history was a lot of memorization. So history was memorization, language arts was subjective, math objective. You do this, you get this outcome. That's your answer.
If you knew, if it was easy, if it's the Pythagorean theorem, 100.
Yeah.
If it's geometry, I think I almost had I had a very high A in geometry both semesters.
Yeah.
You get to pre-calculus. That's the hardest class I ever took in high school.
It was hard, but I still enjoyed it. When it clicked.
And you know what it boils down to?
Sine, cosine.
Who's teaching you?
Tangent, cotangent.
And I had that was failed by me. And everyone in my class. I went to a tutor. I took the test. I did not the way that I was taught.
The unit circle?
It was some shit with graphs. You know what I'm talking about?
Parabolas.
All that crap. And then I don't remember.
Parabolas and S graphs.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. Horrible.
I liked it.
That's why I said I'm not taking AP Calc. I'm taking Stat. And I did fine enough,
Calc.
but I didn't do well on the AP exam, but no one did. Because at that point it was 10 days after my last one. So we had that whole gap, remember? I didn't study at all. My buddy opened the AP book and he was like, nope, closed it. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So it was I
did good on the AP Calc exam.
Do proofs or something. Bullshit.
I liked AP Calc. The worst math class I ever took, though, was linear algebra, but that's because it's fake numbers.
What do you mean by that?
Like, in brackets, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1,
Do you remember in chemistry?
1, 0,
Do you remember there was a unit in chemistry that started with an O? It was like a big formula thing, too. I hated chemistry, by the way.
Yeah.
Science was not my jam. Math was not my jam. History, yeah, it was.
Not for me.
It was my jam. Anyway, though, that was a fun, all over the place app, not in a bad way. We got to touch on a lot of different subjects, I feel.
Good talk.
Movies, society.
Yeah.
Swift.
Love it.
Cinema. It was fun. But I think that's going to do it as well. Mm-hmm.
Bring us out.
Challengers. I was just trying to say things with C's and S's. That'll do it for this episode 68, I want to say. Next week, 69, and then 70. We'll have to do something special for 100 one day, whenever that is. We'll have to do the math and figure out when that actually is. But no, that does it for this episode of the Unusual Couple Podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts on everything we discussed. If you're watching the video version, leave a nice review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that jazz. Follow us on social media, and most importantly, if you guys want to watch movies and shows with us, you can do that on my Patreon link down below. You can watch all Stranger Things. We watch National Treasure. You sync up the commentary tracks with the movie or show. We watch. It's fun. Your support over there means a lot. But follow us on Instagram personally and on Unusual Couple, all that. You guys know the drill. Stay tuned for another episode coming very soon. But until then, stay unusual.